Hello everyone, my name is Jin Wu, and I'm currently a sophomore at Stern studying finance. So I'm from Manhasset on Long Island in New York, and if you've ever read the book Great Gatsby, Manhasset is actually the East Egg, which I find is really cool. So I haven't actually been in Manhasset my whole life. So before Manhasset, I was actually in Roslyn, New York, which is a nearby town. And before that, I actually lived in Texas for 3 years. So one of the interesting things I think is that I'm a really big Cowboys fan, and all my friends in New York give me a hard time about that because the Giants and the Cowboys they don't mesh well. And besides liking football a lot, I'm also a really big tennis fan. So my favorite player is Roger Federer, and I've been watching him all these days so far, and he's what like 35, 36 years old, and he's still playing at like the highest levels. And what I really like to do is actually research. So since I was a junior in high school, I've done medical research specifically on Alzheimer's disease. So for my research, I actually found a drug which was originally used to treat Crohn's disease and applied it to treat Alzheimer's disease, and it was effective in destroying like the toxic plaques in the neurons of mice, and and now it's the whole work is actually published in a medical journal, and you can find it on PubMed, which I think is cool. And besides doing research, also my other passions are I really like the idea of a startup or a young entrepreneur. So over the past summer, I worked at this place called Zylab, and it's actually located in Shanghai, China. So what they do is they look and they find different pharmaceuticals, and they look for drugs specifically used to treat like ovarian cancer or some diseases like that. And they expand on the drugs, they do research, and then they market it. So they're a biopharmaceutical company. And I worked on their finance and business and development teams. And their work, I think, is really fascinating. And they have the potential in the future to be like just as influential as Pfizer. So besides all the academics or like that stuff, I really enjoy traveling a lot. So over this winter, I was in Shanghai and Hong Kong. So those are actually two of my favorite places to go because one, I have family in Shanghai, and two, Hong Kong is it's like the Asia. It's like the western city of Asia, and what I think is really weird is whenever I go, I always tend to look on the wrong way of the street, and also everything is so cramped there. So I stuck my hand outside the window of like the little bus, and I didn't realize how close it was to the other bus. So yeah, over this winter I almost lost my arm. So yeah, here's these are a few details of mine, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone else. Thank you very much.